So I just finished watching the McFarlane Toy Show live stream that was scheduled for today, and they did show some new DC Multiverse reveals of certain figures that they did not reveal at Toy Fair, and they also showed some first close-up looks of figures that they did reveal at Toy Fair. Now, before I get into all that, I do want to bring up the first piece of information that they did share at the beginning of the stream. They already confirmed that there is going to be a Superman movie line happening this year, which was pretty much expected because most of us that collect these figures, we already know that there is going to be a movie line for that new Superman movie. So that is not really something surprising. However, the second piece of information to this first part is interesting. So they also confirm that there is going to be a Supergirl movie line of figures for 2026. And for those of you who don't know, there is a Supergirl movie scheduled for next year. And they already started filming. It's already in production. So that's very interesting to know that we are going to get figures for that movie for next year. And now with that said, let's talk about these reveals and also these first look of some of the upcoming figures that we already saw before. So I'm going to start with the order that they went in just to make it easier. And as you can see right here, the first figure that they revealed is this Riddler from the Batman Forever movie. This is supposed to be his final suit. I do apologize. I've never watched Batman Forever, so I have no clue, what the Riddler costume looks like. I thought it was just the other one that we got before in the green. I didn't know he had a different suit that he wore later in the movie. But if you are someone that loved the Batman Forever movie, this is definitely a Riddler that you are going to pick up. And yeah, pretty cool. And now on to the next reveal, which is probably the most surprising one to me. I can't even speak. I can't even speak. I'm actually shocked. So, when we talk about reissuing certain figures that, probably wasn't even possible in the past, this Grim Knight Batman is definitely the one that I thought was impossible to ever see ever again. And recently, because of this whole, changing the labels to not a toy, making it 17 and up for the age rating, it's really fixed this problem. And now we are seeing a reissue Grim Knight Batman, and they did say that he will have weapon accessories included. This is just awesome. And for those of you who missed out on this Batman figure when it came out back in year one of McFarlane DC Multiverse, this is your chance to get this figure. And this is my chance to get this figure because one of the regrets that I had from year one of DC Multiverse or McFarlane Toys was not buying this Grim Knight Batman at that point in time. And now, not only is this set going to be the one to reissue this figure, but that Killer Croc that is also part of the set is looking really nice. I like the colors, even though this body buck is a reuse of the Arkham Asylum version. I think it works. It doesn't look bad. And again, I don't have the high quality photos because this was all from a live stream, but you can tell that this is one mean looking Killer Croc. And this is definitely going to be a 2-pack that I need to pick up. It is going to be available at retail stores. This is not an exclusive of any kind. So that is pretty cool. And yeah, this is a 2-pack that just surprised me. I did not expect this to get revealed today. I was like, no freaking way. They are reissuing the Grim Knight Batman. And most likely this 2-pack's probably going to be $70 because recently a lot of these 2-packs now that include a mega fig size figure are quite costly. So I have a feeling that this one's going to be around the $70 price point. And I believe they said that this is also going to be a I don't think it's a collector edition. I don't remember what they said, but it's going to be a 2-pack regardless. It's a 2-pack. All right, let's just put it that way. Okay, I'm just excited. Oh my god, they actually brought this back. Okay, on to the next reveals here, or not reveals. Okay, this is where they showed some close-ups of some of the figures that we already seen at Toy Fair, that were revealed at Toy Fair, I believe. And I think these two were revealed at Toy Fair, right? Were they? Man, I'm like forgetting right now. Okay, doesn't matter. We got our first look at a close-up shot here of Dr. Fate. And this Silver Age Dr. Fate looks really, really cool. I like the way it looks. Definitely a figure that I need to add to my JSA team. And I really like the way that it came out. The colors are bright and vibrant. I like that. And yeah, that's a pretty good looking Dr. Fate. So if you need a comic version of Dr. Fate that is more in that, I guess, classic looking design, if you want to call it that. I don't really know if this is considered classic. I think this is good enough for that. So that's cool. And then we got our close-up look at the Two-Face. And another example of another Silver Age version, because all three of these figures for this next wave of McFarlane Toys Digital are all Silver Age designs. And this is the one time where I actually want the Platinum. And I didn't grow up with the Silver Age comics. I wasn't around at that point in time. The Two-Face that I was exposed to growing up as a kid has always been the black and white suited version, where his other half of his face was a little bit more purplish. So I need that Platinum version. I need that Platinum version the one time where I actually want another Platinum. And I don't know why they made that one the Platinum, because that one is the one that I think most people want. So yeah, so there's that. But if you did grow up reading the Silver Age comics and you are familiar with this design of Two-Face, this is definitely another figure that is going to be up your alley. So that is something right there. And now, the next thing that they showed, that they did not show at Toy Fair, is the Year 1 Batman. And this is quite interesting news right here. So before, when they showed the Jim Gordon, I didn't know that that was supposed to be the Year 1 Jim Gordon. I don't know if they said that at Toy Fair. And at the time, I don't think they mentioned where it was going to be released. Well, now we have that information. And this figure and the Jim Gordon are both going to be Walmart exclusives that are going to be coming out around the spring period. So basically, Walmart gold labels. And I wish all of you luck if you are looking for this Batman and this Jim Gordon right here that we also got a close-up look at. I hope you guys find this figure, because Walmart gold labels are quite a pain in the ass to look for. Well, in my case it is. I've never had a good streak with them until recently with some of those previous gold labels. But that's because those gold labels aren't really selling. But this time around, it might be a different story. So there's that. And there's the Year 1 Batman right here. You got a Batarang, and yeah, pretty much just another Batman figure. Pretty simple looking, nothing too crazy there. And here we have a more closer look at the Jim Gordon, and you can tell that he is definitely reusing the Constantine body buck. They just retooled certain parts, like for example, in the pants, the hole that was there in one of the legs is patched up, and they repainted his coat and his, the shirt underneath. Nevertheless, very good looking Jim Gordon figure. Very happy that we're finally getting a Jim Gordon figure. And I don't remember, does Jim Gordon smoke? Because this particular hand gesture over here for holding the book, I've seen people use it for holding a cigarette for Constantine. So if Jim Gordon does smoke, you could do some sort of custom thing there where you have him pose with a cigarette for photos. So there is that whole thing. And yeah, pretty cool. Jim Gordon right here. And now, on to Hawk Girl. And Finally, we get a better look at the Hawk Girl figure. And this is scheduled for summer 2025. It is going to be a collector edition, as we saw in those photos for a box that it was packaged in. And this time around, they did a really good job with these wings. I'm so glad it's not just a simple reuse of those Redeemer spawn wings that they've used a couple times now for some of the other figures in the past. For example, like the Hawkman figure, reuse those wings. This time around, these wings actually spread out. So when you have her in that more neutral stance where she's not using her wings, that's a really cool look right here. But if you want to pose her where she's flying or she's about to lift off, that is such a nice thing that they added to these wings. It is so nice to see that these wings can expand out like that. And yeah, having options with the wings. And it's a very nice looking figure. And I hope that it turns out to be a very good figure. This is definitely one character that I think a lot of us have been waiting for, and it's very nice to see how this turned out. So there she is. And now on to the last two reveals that they showed in this live stream. And you have the BVS character. Because they did say that there was another BVS character because the line was selling very good. So, of course, we have Jeremy Irons' version of Alfred, which is nice to see. We're finally getting more civilian characters, right? This is our second live-action Alfred? I believe it is, because there was the other one that came with the Batmobile. What was that from? Batman Forever? Man, I'm already forgetting which movie that Alfred came from, but point is, I'm just happy to see another Alfred, okay? Like, we're getting W's here. Why did it take this long for Alfreds? So, what they did say about this figure is that he will come with a good amount of accessories. He will have a cloth, soft good apron that he can wear over him, which is pretty freaking cool. They did not show it here. So they did say that that is something that he will have. And another thing that they did confirm as well, which they didn't show any images of, but they said it here. There is a certain car in this movie that will be coming in the future. And if you did see those way too early listings on Amazon that were not supposed to go up, you would know what car they are referring to. A certain Batmobile. So I'm very excited for that. I don't know when that's going to come out. I don't know like when they're going to reveal it, but hopefully whatever it is, I'm going to be ready to pre-order that thing. I need that freaking car. Let's just put it that way. So there's that. And the last of these reveals is kind of surprising, but not really, because, you know, McFarlane loves Batman. So, we got Cowboy Batman. All right. I mean, hey, you know what? We got all these kind of wacky Batman variants. I mean, remember we got that caveman Batman from the, what was it? The fighting the frozen Page Puncher wave. So, you know, Cowboy Batman, right? I wonder if he has... Does Cowboy Batman use guns? I don't know. I don't exactly know if he uses guns or not. I don't think he does. It would be crazy if you gave him guns, though. But, hey, he's Cowboy Batman, right? So... So yeah, anyone who's interested in this, well, look forward to Cowboy Batman. So that is basically all the reveals that they showed today for this live stream when it comes to DC Multiverse. And I'm very excited for some of these figures that are coming out. And of course, you know, out of all of this, you know, besides the Hawk Girl and some of these, that 2-pack right here, man. That one. That one's the show stealer for me. I did not expect this to happen at all. And I'm very happy that it is. So, yeah. Well, if you found today's little news coverage reaction video, whatever you want to call this, informative, do give this video a like. If you want to subscribe to the channel for more action figure content and whatever else I do on this channel, you can. You don't have to. In the end of the day, I make these videos for fun. And with that said, take care, and I will see you in the next video.